The story today is a bit special, coming from a netizen named Musi. It took place in 2017. At that time, Musi and a friend, Leaduan, worked in a shopping mall as floor managers. Musi was in charge of the third floor, and Leaduan was in charge of the fourth floor. At the end of 2017, a new bar opened on the fourth floor, which Leaduan managed, and began renovations. Just 4 days before the mall opened, the bar owner felt the door was too small and wanted to expand its size. Expanding the door required wall demolition, and the demolition master was nearly 60 years old at the time. The master's grandson went shopping outside and wanted to go home with his grandfather. According to regulations, children were not allowed to enter the construction site, but there was only one person on duty at the time, and the 2 children took the opportunity to slip in. The mall was not big, and they quickly found the master. While the wall was being demolished, the master reminded the children to stay away to avoid accidental injuries. At that time, there was only one wall left, about 3 meters wide and 2.8 meters high. The children were impatient while waiting, and the master also accelerated the work progress. Usually, the wall should be demolished from top to bottom to prevent the wall from collapsing and hurting people. However, to save time, sometimes it is also illegally demolished from bottom to top. The master was in a hurry at the time and did not consider these safety rules. He first demolished the lower part, then climbed up the scaffolding, and wanted to push the wall down. As a result, as soon as the master climbed up, the wall fell, and the scaffolding also fell. The child was less than 10 years old and saw his grandfather about to fall, so he ran over in a hurry to try to catch him, but the wall collapsed, and all 3 were injured. After the 2 children cried, there was no sound. In the end, the bar owner and the property suffered a loss of more than 3 million yuan. The mall was suspended for rectification for 3 months and did not reopen until the following year. 3 months after the opening, some customers began to complain about strange sounds in the mall's broadcast. At first, Leaduan didn't care. Until one afternoon half a month later, the engineering department colleagues rushed to find Leaduan and told him that there were children's crying sounds in the broadcast. Leaduan was nervous. After all, the mall is open, and there will be a bad impact if there is a problem with the broadcast. He quickly switched to the next song in the background, and the sound returned to normal. Later, it was suspected to be a problem with the recording system or software, so the power of the recording equipment was cut off. After a while, this matter was no longer taken to heart. However, a month later, at the same time, the same sound appeared again. Leaduan recorded it with WeChat, sent it to Musi, and quickly turned off the broadcast. Then, he realized the seriousness of the problem and reported it to the leadership. The leader asked the manufacturer responsible for the broadcast system to check, but no reason was found, so it was decided to change the position of the broadcast horn. After the replacement, this strange thing never happened again. But at that time, when Leaduan and Musi heard the sound in the broadcast, they were very shocked. Because the sound in the broadcast was too similar to the sound when the child was smashed before, and the position of the broadcast horn had not been changed. Before, the position of the broadcast horn and the place where the child was smashed were exactly in a straight line, one on the first floor and one on the fourth floor. As for the recording of the broadcast, I will not post it here, I am afraid of causing unnecessary trouble. Well, see you at the next story.